I used to watch this show when I was a kid. So when this movie came out all those years ago, I was completely surprised that they made a horror movie out of it, let alone a movie, because it wasn't exactly that popular. A lot of people never even heard of this movie heard of the show when the movie came out. They thought it was just going to be like a knockoff of Five Nights at Freddy's, which I think is really stupid. Like, animatronic horror doesn't mean it's copying Five Nights at Freddy's, because robots are basically the same thing, and that's always been a horror series. Is robots going out of control and killing people? So what is fucking Terminator a knockoff? No. Or the chopping mall. Just stuff malfunctioning and not working correctly and ends up killing people. This is honestly one of my favorite movies now, because it's just like so fun. The kills are cool. They have one person voice all three animatronics, since Snorky never talked in the original show, so he doesn't talk here. And he does an amazing job. You can't even tell it's not the actors from the original show. The characters are pretty fun. Like, this girl starts out stereotypical, like she's gonna be complaining the whole time, but no, she actually starts to like it. The jokes are funny. It's just honestly a really fun movie. And then they have the stereotypical stepdad who cares more about his work than spending time with his family. But a twist is he's actually cheating. Because usually it's just, like a plot device to get him out of the movie for a while. Maybe they'll be killed. Or just so that person doesn't have as much screen time. Like, it's just an excuse to get him out of the movie for a while. For whatever reason, very common in horror movies is someone, they have this job that they constantly have to call. It's in, other movies too, like Diary of a Wimpy Kid and shit. But it's, I like that they changed it up a bit in the fact that he was cheating, and she knew immediately. She checked immediately. Um, the first kill I thought was going to be pretty lame because we never see him kill him, and I was like, wow, that's a dumb way to start the movie. But he ends up getting killed by getting fucking split in half, and it's called a banana split. They also are only killing the adults because, it's a horror movie, and horror movies don't usually kill kids. Every now and then they do, but they don't usually don't. Um, but, their excuse is that they need an audience, and they decide that the kids are the audience. Don't know why. There was plenty of adults in the audience. Like, sure, yeah, some of them took their kids, but two of them aren't grown influencers that came there themselves. But yeah, they just decided to keep all the kids alive. It mainly focuses on the two dogs, which makes this thing very confusing with Bingo being on the cover. It's mainly Fleagle and Drooper. Um, Bingo doesn't even kill anybody on screen. He kills one dude off screen, and later we find him with drumsticks in his face. And he was basically just a side character. And he never even uses that axe. Um, at all. I don't even think he had an axe, let alone used it. I just don't like clickbait covers. Um, Fleagle and Drooper were a really good duo the times they worked together. I liked how all of the kills were somewhat related to other things, like how he wanted his daughter to go do the slime thing, but she didn't want to, and later he's forced to do it. All the kills were at least somewhat related with stuff that had happened. Like the fact that the stepdad didn't care that his son almost got ran over. Later, he dies by being ran over by the same thing that almost ran over his son. There is some dumb stuff I didn't really care for, like the whole apparently fifth um, animatronic thing that he was gonna make called Hootie, and this girl ends up going crazy and killing the guy that made the animatronics because he's the reason that her husband, well, soon to be, would have been husband, is dead. The gore is really good. It's just, I don't know. I don't know why I like this movie so much, but it's just really entertaining. I liked all the characters. Just a fun movie. Definitely, if someone likes horror, or at least horror comedy. It's a fun movie to watch with your friends because it's just a blast.